Alright, so I'm going to try to make this video very quick. I just took my pre-workout. I'm starting to tingle. It's time to go lift. But I want to talk about a few things. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm a prior service veteran. I was in I-2 Golf. I was at Fort Bragg, right? Now, I did not talk about this on my YouTube channel. I was actually thinking about going back in to, that shit scared me a little bit. To going back into the Reserves and National Guard. Now, I already explored my options with the Guard and the Reserves, and I was leaning more towards the Guard because it's closer for me to drill, and they were going to give me my reclass for 31 Bravo. And the Reserves, all their shit was out in PA, which is a 4-hour drive for me, and they had no bonus. So basically it was like, drive to Niagara Falls, get the job you want, drive 40 minutes, or get the job you want out in the Reserves and drive 4 hours. So I sat on it for about 4 or 5 months, and then I found myself thinking about it again. I've been thinking about it the whole time, but I just was like, you know what, I'm still thinking about this. Let's do it, man. Like, I've been thinking about it. I want to do it. It's obviously something that my mind hasn't changed, so I should be safe to do it. And let's go ahead and get in touch. I actually got a letter in the mail from a sergeant first class in the Reserves, and he's like, hey man, I got $20,000 in a slot for you, give me a call. I said, you know what, fuck it, why not? I already talked to these guys, maybe the bonuses have changed, it's been a little while, let's see what happens. So I call up the sergeant first class. I'm not going to put his name out there, this is for the Army Reserves. He tells me that spots for the 92 Golfs, which is a cook, and I said, you know what, no, I already talked to you guys in the past, you had no bonus, everything was too far, what do you have for me now that's different? And he says, all right, well, you know, let me look. And I know these guys are car salesmen, and I'm putting this out there for people that are prior service and are new to the game. Because I want to put this information so people know what kind of shit they pull. So I'm, you know, talking to him, and he's like, yeah, man, I can send you to be a 31 Bravo. You have to go out to Missouri for a month. That's too easy. I don't care. Wherever you got to send me. I understand the Army. You got to train where you got to train to get reclassed. Not a problem, right? He's like, yeah, we actually got a $10,000 bonus for 3 years. And I was like, shit, really? $10,000 for 3 years? I was going to do 3 years in the Guard for 31 Bravo for no bonus, just because this is something I want to do. But if I can make $10,000 in the process, why not? Mind you, this is a 4-hour drive where the unit would be, right? Now, this is what he told me also, that they would reimburse me for gas. Now, I'm going to say this right now. The Army and recruiters, right? What they will do is they will take something that the Army does do, right? For example, you can be an officer, right? You can do it, but they don't tell you all the qualifications and that you might be exempt. So, for example, with the gas reimbursement, right? Say I sign up, right? And I get there, I'm driving 4 hours, mind you. I have a 2002 Silverado. I don't get good gas mileage. I got a 5.3 in this bitch. If you drive a heavy foot, say goodbye to your fucking gas. It'll be gone in 2 hours. But mind you, right, sign up, whatever, I get up there, drive the 4 hours, right, I get to the unit, they're like, oh, well, guess what, we don't do that. The Army doesn't fund this specific unit, but they do in other units. You see what I mean? It's a gray line. So it'd be a risk, right? So anyways, he told me, he said he had $10,000, they'd reimburse me for gas. Because I'm over the mileage, they would supply me with a barracks room or a hotel room, which I've read up on this. I know it's true. I have buddies in the Reserves, right? I never heard anything about gas reimbursement, so that was surprising. So mind you, I'm like, all right, you know what? I know the Guard didn't have a bonus for 3 years, $10,000 bonus. It doesn't get any better than this. I'm thinking, you know, fuck it, we'll sign up. I was supposed to sign up today, actually. So I'm all set up. I told my grandparents, told my girl, you know, everybody didn't want me to do it. And that's another thing. Do what makes you happy. This is something that if I didn't do it, I'm going to regret it. I have more to give, and I want to end on a positive note. I want to be a police officer. I want to set myself up for success. That's the thing. The military is a tool. You can make it a career, but I'm using it as a stepping stone. It's not that I don't love my country and don't want to serve. Yeah, that's part of it too. Now, the reason why I bring that up is do what's best for you. If this is something that you have to do or you're going to regret it, don't let anyone hold you back from your dreams, whether it's your wife, your girlfriend. If they truly love you, they'll support you and push you forward and your dreams. And as I said, it's only Reserves and National Guard, so I'm not going to be gone all the time unless I have to play. So, okay, fast forward, this was a week ago. Now, today I was supposed to sign. He calls me up yesterday night. Now, mind you, I was talking to the National Guard guy one more time. So I'm talking to him, just texting him like, hey man, I was out with my grandma. I'm like, hey man, you know, I know it's been a while since I talked to you. I apologize. I changed my number on them. I didn't really, you know, I know they get that shit all the time, but this is a person on the other side of the phone, and I just try to be respectful, regardless if he's a veteran, soldier, person. They, you know, I just try to be respectful. So I text him like, hey man, special's rare. I know I kind of just dropped off the map with you, but I just wanted to check in to see if anything changed with the guard before I sign with the reserves. Just one more time, check it out, just in case something changes, right? He texts me, he's like, nah man, we had that 6-year bonus, but that's gone now. He's like, a lot of people took advantage of that, blah blah blah. It was a 6-year, $5,000 bonus, which is trash. I don't want to sign up for 6 years. I'm hoping in 6 years from now, I'm damn well ready to be in the police force. So I'm texting him, mind you, and we're just kind of going back and forth. He's taking a little bit of time to get back to me, and then I shoot a text to the reserve crew. I'm like, hey man, what time are you coming tomorrow? Because I'm thinking, you know, I'm getting the 10 grand, and I'm signing up for the 3. Yeah, I'm gonna have to drive the 4 hours, but I was like, at least I'm getting the reclass that I want and the money. So I'm like, I think it's worth it. So I text him, then he calls me. He's like, hey man, so actually your contract just got, this is the reserve recruiter, hey, your contract got kicked back. Your line scores are too low for MP. We could shoot you in a waiver, but you would lose your bonus then. I'm thinking, no compensation for a 4-hour drive? Now, I already talked about the whole gas thing. So you want me to drive fucking 4 hours for no money and maybe not even get any reimbursement for gas? Mind you, I drive 2000 Silverado. I talked about that, right? So I'm like, well, this is fucked up. I might as well just go National Guard, right? Because if I'm going to do 3 years for no bonus, I might as well do the Guard because they're 40 minutes away. So I'm texting the National Guard recruiter as he tells me that, and I said, hey man, the reserve recruiter just told me my contract got kicked back. My line scores, I guess, are too low, and he didn't notice it or whatever, right? Mind you, I talked to the National Guard the first time they told me I qualified, so this is what I'm talking about with recruiters, right? So I'm talking to the National Guard guy. He's like, hey man, can I call you? I was like, yeah. He's like, hey man, you know there's no waiver for your line scores, right? And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah man, I just went through this with a recruit the other day. She was trying to be an MP, but her line scores were too low. He's like, they don't have a waiver. He's like, here man, let me have your name and your social security number, and I'll check it out for you, right? And I said, well, it's not going to hurt. You can't do anything with it, you know what I mean? And then in the military, they have your social security number fucking everywhere. That's how they know you, is by your last 4, right? So I give it to him. He's like, hey, man, I'll get back to you later. I'm with my girl right now, whatever. He's off duty. He's past 1700, 5 o'clock. So I was like, I'm not going to get on this guy, man. They got a life, too. He's got kids, whatever. So he's talking to me on the phone. And he's like, yeah, man. He's like, you know, I could tell he gives a fuck. He's like, man, listen, I'm not a recruiter, I'm a drill sergeant. This is a National Guard guy, by the way, just so everybody knows what I'm talking about. He's like, you know, the next best thing is infantry. He's like, I don't know if you'd be into that, but I'm pretty sure they have a bonus for 3 years and it's 5 grand. He's like, don't quote me on that, let me check, but he's like, I'll check your scores, and if you qualify, we can put you in as infantry if you want. And I'm thinking, you know, that's the next best thing. Whatever helps me get to where I want to be, as long as I'm not a cook, you know what I mean? So this is the conclusion I've come to. There's more to the story, but I'm going to kind of cut it right here. This is the conclusion I've come to with the reserves. When I talked to the reserves a while ago, they didn't have a bonus. Okay? When I talked to the reserve this time, they had a bonus, right? But now all of a sudden, I don't qualify. Now, here's the end of the story. The National Guard guy gets back to me and says, hey man, actually, you do have qualifying scores for 31 Bravo, and you do have qualifying scores for 11 Bravo. I said, okay, well, let me see which one has a bonus, right? He's like, well, neither of them do right now. He's like, you want to do 3 years? We like to lock people up long term. He's like, you could do 3 years as 11 Bravo, no bonus, or 3 years as 31 Bravo, no bonus. And I'm thinking, well, fuck, I still qualify? I thought at this point I didn't qualify for 31 Bravo because the reserve guy just told me. I was like, well, shit, I was dead set on going 11 Bravo then. He's like, no, man, you actually qualify. So this is the conclusion I come to. The line scores are the same throughout the whole Army. So I think the reserve guy lied to me. I don't think they had a bonus from the beginning, and I think that he was. The thing is, when you're in the inactive reserves, it's super easy for a reserve recruiter to put you in. You only got to sign two pieces of paper, and then you're in the reserves. So I think he lied. I think that he wanted me to sign up, obviously, as a recruiter, but I think he stretched the truth. I don't think they ever had a bonus. I think that he wanted me to, as I said, sign up, and he lied about my line scores and wanted me to, as I said, sign up for 11 Bravo or stay 9-2 golf. Which, I mean, just be straight up, man. Hey, we don't have a bonus. Okay, well then I'm just going to go to the guard then. The end of the day is, these recruiters, they will take you and they will give you the truth, but they'll sprinkle some sugar on it, right? They told me a bunch of other things too, which I'm not going to talk about, that weren't true. I confirmed with the National Guard guy. Now, the reason why I believe him is because I can tell when a recruiter's hungry and they're trying to push bodies in. I can tell a recruiter who's not that hungry and is like, yeah, I'm doing this job. Not that they don't care, but they're more like, they're not trying to sell it to you so much. Like with this guy, the National Guard recruiter, he's like, okay, like when I took off, whatever, I didn't talk to him about 5 months, I got back to him, he's like, yeah, man, you know, whatever, like, you want to join the Guard, what's up? We'd love to have you here, but if you don't want to, like, I'm not going to force you, you got to do what's best for you, you know what I mean? And they all say that, but the thing is, he wasn't trying to force it, and he was just giving me information, and that's what I need. I need someone not to bullshit me. So, the moral of the story is, if you're prior service or thinking about going in, make sure you do your research, which I already knew, but make sure you confirm with other recruiters, because the thing is, you're going to hear different things from different recruiters. Some recruiters are going to tell the truth, some are going to lie. So this reserve recruiter, he lied to me. I don't think they had a bonus to begin with. I just think he wanted me to sign up, and that's wrong. You know what I mean? You're going to have me drive 4 hours just to get a number in there, which was going to completely fuck me over. You know what I mean? The National Guard, I can still get what I want 3 years. And that's what I'm saying. He said that I didn't have the line scores. And then the National Guard guy gets back to me and says, hey, you do have the line scores. You know what I mean? And the thing is, the National Guard guy was trying to give him maybe the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he just wasn't looking at it right. Well, why would he say that somebody else kicked it back then? You know what I mean? So, when it comes to these bonuses, when it comes to signing up in the reserves, make sure you know what unit you're going to be going into. Make sure you know how you're going to get paid that bonus. Make sure you look at everything. Because as I said, I was about ready to sign up and do it. And then, comes back the day before, all of a sudden they don't have a bonus. All of a sudden I don't qualify. All of a sudden we have a waiver, but as I said, he was trying to get me to sign, say, oh, it was a waiver, but I actually had qualifying scores. He just didn't have a bonus, and he was just trying to entice me with a bonus. He was like, how bad do you want the job? You know, type thing. Like, you want to be a 31? I can make you a 31 Bravo, but, oh, we don't have a bonus now because you don't have qualifying scores. You see what I mean? Lying to me, man. Lying. Don't get caught up in that. Make sure you talk to multiple recruiters. Make sure you get what you want out of the military, because once you sign that contract, guess what? You're going to be out there rocking. You're going to be out there shooting when they tell you to shoot. You're going to be out there doing everything they need to do. You better be making sure you get what you want. So I know this is a longer video, but I wanted to put all this information out there. I will be going with the National Guard because, as I said, I won't have to drive as far, and I wanted to be a 31 Bravo anyway, so you can give me what I want. Why not? Yeah, I don't get a bonus, but at the end of the day, at least I get to achieve what I want to achieve. So make sure you do what you want to do in life and don't let anyone hold you back. And make sure that if you're planning on going into the military, talk to multiple recruiters, get multiple sources. I talked to a lot of my buddies that were in for a long time, 20 plus, you know, like 20 years, NCOs that I had that are out. One of them was in a special force unit. Of course, he was pushing me for 11 Bravo because, you know, I mean, just get those guys. But wish me luck on my journey, and I will be uploading. And if you want to see what I'm going to be doing here, I will record as long as I'm allowed to, and I don't get bitched at by NCOs, but by all means, I'll show you guys what I will be doing to be a 31 Bravo military police officer. So take all the information you can from this, and as I said, learn from it. Don't let people fuck you.